What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Practal, Practal Day Performance, coming at you live. It's Monday. It's beginning of the week. New Monday, new week, new opportunity to, start kicking ass and actually making a change when it comes to your fitness journey. Honestly, any day can be a Monday or a New Year's resolution day or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, why wait until then? May as well start today or tomorrow or whenever. No time like the present. But that being said, speaking of time or like time of day or week or whatever, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about, why you can't seem to find the time to work out. And it's not actually a matter of you not having enough time. It's a little bit of a combination of um, it not being a priority and also you not being very good with your time management, not being very intentional with your time. Everybody has room for improvement when it comes to this, myself included. It's something that I have been adamantly working on, more and more over the last couple of months, and I'm starting to get really good at it. And the reason I say that is because I've gotten to the point, and I'll talk a little bit about this later, like where I set timers on my phone to make me work for a certain period of time on something, so that way I can be really efficient with it. So that way it frees up other more time throughout my day. Let me talk a little bit about this and why this is important, because we're all busy. We're all busy with either work, family, kids, school, whatever, hobbies, all those things. So right now your life, the way you're living it, like we're all living 24 hours of the day. We all get the same amount of time every day. So you can only fit so much stuff into that span of time. And right now, like up until this point, if you haven't started a fitness journey yet, or you're planning on doing it, or you're just getting started with it, or even if you're in one right now and you've been in it for a long time and you're wanting to be able to do more with it, or to be able to fit in other hobbies or whatever that may be, that is important because like you can only fit so much into your day, right, like we can only do so much. And if you start adding new stuff in, well, there's only two options. Either you give up other things or you get better at utilizing the time that you have in the day. So, this is really important when it comes to trying to live, a well-balanced life where you can still be healthy, still be fit, still work out, and, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, get, be as productive as you can when it comes to your job as a busy professional or whatever that may be. Like all these things, like when you take time away from those other things to put it towards something else, those things can suffer if you're not being intentional with your time. And this is really important because like if you want to have like a fitness journey or you want to include fitness and make it a part of your life and your lifestyle, there's a reason why what you're doing currently has not led you to that like lifestyle or your like dream body or whatever. It's because it's not working. It's because it's not what you need to be doing to get there. So you need to change. Like you need to be willing to change. You need to be willing to make compromises. You need to be willing to to not do the same exact thing that you've been doing all the time. I just went, my Instagram just stopped being live. Oh well, all right, that's fine. So we'll just do it on Facebook, but that's cool. But anyway, so like honestly, like the reason why this is like happening is because like you're not shifting your like current lifestyle to one that is like for more of like a fitness type of lifestyle. And so like being, and what do I mean by being like more intentional with your time? Like what I mean by that is like honestly, like it comes down to one, making it a priority. Like if you tell me that you don't have the time to fit it into your schedule, like it doesn't, like unless you're working like unless you're working 3 jobs and you have like 10 kids and like all this other stuff that like these like random things, like these very unique situations, like you have the time to have a fitness, like a healthy fitness lifestyle. Like you can, it is like a fact. I know people who work 30 times harder than I am currently right now that are still able to do it. And I know people that, that are working like 30 times less than I am that, are still like, are still able to do it. Like, it's a matter of making it a priority, and it's a matter of making it something that you want bad enough that you're willing to, one, make it a priority and either take time away from other things if you don't want to give up like your current way of being intentional with your time, or you get more intentional with your time. And what I mean by that, like, let me, like, if this like rings a bell, like, and be honest with yourself. Like, it comes down to, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, where you have to look at what you're doing on your day to day and try and find areas where you could improve. Maybe, that could be, for most people, it probably comes down to like we don't realize how much and how often we just like get lost in a rabbit hole on our fucking phones, on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Like I guarantee you spending a lot of time on your phone, messing around. Like, if you're watching me, it's fine. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, because you're learning. This is learning. Like, this is educational. So it doesn't technically count towards that. But anyways, but because of that, like honestly, like you, like, need to look at parts of your life where you could be improving upon this, where you could be more intentional. And a lot of times people are like, probably, and I know what you're thinking, you're probably like, man, like, Austin, like, you set timers and you make a schedule and a to-do list for your whole day and you plan out your day, every day. Fuck yeah, I do. Like, it's awesome. Like, it makes my life way better. Like, it makes me feel so good about myself being able to get all these different things done, like all this stuff done that normally wouldn't be possible if I wasn't intentional with my time. Like, it makes me a better person, and it allows me to do all the things that I'm doing. It allows me to go live every day. It allows me to put out content every day. It allows me to help my clients every single day. So if I wasn't doing all these things and I wasn't being intentional with my time and setting these things up, there's no way I'd be able to do it if I was just, like, kind of like doing it, like, all like flailing through the chaos of the day, trying to like, like trying to remember it all on my own and trying to like, just like do it. I would just be all over the place instead of like, focusing on certain things and batching my work and, setting timers or setting alarms or setting reminders and things like that. Like honestly, there's a lot of different things, like, honest. And the other thing too is like, like, maybe it's sleep. Like, and I don't like it when people say like, just sleep less, because that doesn't work for everybody. Like me, if I get less than like 6.5, 7 hours of sleep, I'm a big grumpy asshole. Like, I turn into a jerk. Like, I need my sleep. Some people can be just fine on 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Like, there's been some studies where like they've shown that those people don't necessarily need as much sleep, and that's fine. Like, if you're one of those people, that's great. But if you feel like ass every day, like, you should be getting, anywhere from like, 6 hours minimum, like 7 to 9 hours of sleep is ideal. But if you're sleeping more than that and you don't have some sort of like medical condition where you require more sleep, like, don't sleep that much. Those are waking hours of the day that you could be using for working out. Those are hours of the day that you could be using to work on your own business, or like, learning about stuff, like educational stuff, spending more time with your family and kids. Like be intentional with your time. And that's kind of what it comes down to, is like, making certain things a priority and being intentional with your time will free up so much fucking time in your day. It's not even funny. It really takes you to that next level of being able to operate at a higher capacity, where like it takes, and this is the beauty of it, is that it takes a lot of the stress out of your day to day, because like you're not constantly having to worry or think about things like that's just like swimming up in your head. Like, if you write it all down on paper, like this is like why it's so important too for having a morning routine, and like it really sets the like, tone for the day to be intentional with your time. Like have a fucking morning routine. Like have one. Like, all my clients, if you're watching this right now, like, and like it's so important. I've told you to do it. Like, if you haven't done it yet, like, you need to get on that, because it's gonna make your life way less stressful. It's gonna make you feel like a fucking superhuman compared to what you are right now, because you're gonna have that time. You're gonna have it set aside. You're gonna know what you're supposed to be doing throughout the day, so that way you actually fucking do it. And so that kind of comes down to it too. Like, on the weekends, like, if you're, like, it's fine to enjoy, like, like your hobbies. If you love sports or whatever, like, you can watch your sports, like, you can watch your, thing on the TV, but like, be more intentional with your time. Like, you're telling me you have time to sit there and watch a football or a hockey or a basketball game for like, 2 or 3 hours, but you don't have the time to fucking work out. You could get a decent ass workout in the intermission during that. You could be on a fucking treadmill, walking on your treadmill, doing some workouts while you're watching the game. Like double down, kill two birds with one stone. Like don't shit like that. Like if you're gonna get your cardio in, like push your kid in the fucking stroller around the block and do that. That's like, get your cardio in, get your steps in, do things like that. Don't just like so many people like just waste so much time. They do, like, and they don't realize it, or they're not willing to be honest with themselves about it enough to like, be mindful and like reflect on that and be like, wow, I do waste a lot of time throughout the day. I definitely have enough time to get my workouts in. If the same thing goes for like, like meal prepping and things like that, you're being more intentional with your time. You're batching all your food on the weekends. You're cooking all of it at once on the weekends. So that way, one, it saves you money throughout the week. Two, it saves you a shit ton of time throughout the week because you're able to get this all done in one go. And then it frees up time so that way you don't have to go to the restaurant every day or stop by the grocery store or whatever, or stop by like a fast food restaurant and pick up food. It's there, it's ready for you. Like that's like a really good example of being more intentional with your time when it comes to your nutrition. Like there's always ways that you can improve upon how efficient you're being with certain things, or how how you're structuring your day and things like that with like with timers and things like that. Like that's what I like. Take it from me, like it is so fucking helpful, and it helps free up time in your day so that way you can use it on either working out, like if you don't feel like you have the time right now, or it's going to give you more time to either spend working out if you're already doing it, or it's going to free up space so that way you can actually enjoy the other parts of life that you feel like you're missing out on because you're not being intentional with your time. So anyways, that's my life for today. And I probably had some other like examples that I kind of want to go over, but I'm just kind of doing this on the fly just because I'm trying to get a little bit, normally I don't do these with like, I usually have a few bullet points whenever I go through this, but I just didn't do that today just because I kind of wanted to go off the cuff a little bit. So I hope that this was valuable, and I hope I didn't miss anything like kind of like big or crucial that I wanted to talk about. But don't you dare say that you don't have the fucking time to work out, because you do. Like, I don't care if you're a mom or a dad or whatever. Like, there are people doing a hell of a lot more with a lot less than you are. And if you're telling me that you can't do it, if you can't find the time and you're spending time scrolling on social media, or you're messing around and watching TV, or you're spending time going out and partying or whatever, and you're saying that you don't have time to work out a couple times a week at least, like, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me, and you're just, and like the worst part of it is you're lying to yourself. And so you need to be real with yourself. And if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to work out and this isn't the lifestyle that you want to live, like, that's fine. Like, just be honest with yourself and quit like, telling yourself that, and quit being like this, like I've said before, quit being an actor in your head and just be real and be honest with yourself. Because like, you got to want it in the first place. And if you're not willing to change, how can you expect to get, different results if you're doing the same shit over and over and over again? So that's my life for today. Hope this helps kind of, explain and kind of my process and my way of thinking about this, because like, you have the time. You're just not making it a priority over all the other shit that's, making your problem or your goals less attainable in the first place. Every action we take is either a step forward or a step backwards. It's either a step closer to our goals or a step further away from our goals. And having a balance to where you're consistently moving forward. It doesn't have to be forward every single day, but forward, more often than not, that's progress. But if you're going in the opposite direction and you're not being intentional with your time, and you're skipping out on your workouts, or you're not even starting in the first place because you're not being intentional with your time, that's regressing. That's a step backwards. That's getting further from your goals. So the choice is your guys. The choice is yours. So that's my life for today. If you got value from this, give this a like. Let me know that you're watching this. I've been having a lot of people message me saying like, hey, I've been watching your lives, like, and they, they brighten my day, or they make me feel better. And I had no fucking clue that you were watching my shit in the first place. And that's mainly because, like, I don't know that you're watching this. So if you are watching this, like, feel free to give me a like. It helps a lot with like the algorithms and everything on Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. So that way more people can see my stuff and I can help more people, which is, the name of the game. So that's my life for today though, guys. So I really appreciate it. If you're watching this at a later time, hit me with that hashtag replay. Let me know that you saw this. And yeah, let me know what your number one takeaway was down in the comments down below. If this was valuable, if you're going to be more intentional with your time from here on out, if you're going to try and start working towards that, morning routine is an excellent fucking way to do that. And if you're my client watching this, go watch the training on morning routines because it's going to save your ass. It's going to save a lot more time. It's going to make you feel a lot less stressed out. And that's, that's the name of this. We want to make it easier on ourselves to reach our goals, not harder. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a happy Monday.